Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game. To Del Puentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Malonga is open. 3-point.
Goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
Now it gets Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Batangas City, the home of our first season champions, coming alive tonight as the Tanduay Rum Masters return to the comforts of home, seeking a victory that could propel them to more victories ahead. John Formento, though, and the Valenzuela City Magic trying to spoil the homecoming as Valenzuela also tries to gain on the leaders dito sa ating North Division. Sa South Division naman ng Batangas City, naghahabol din. But Philip Panyamogan is coming off a record-breaking performance and he will try to continue his hot shooting tonight as the Tanduay Rum Masters host the Magic dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. 4-12 ang Valenzuela, 8-7 ang Batangas, and they battle it out in our main game ngayong Martes dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. So Delv Tupas kasama si Mike Perez, Mika Abisamis is at courtside, and magandang gabi din sa mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook and on YouTube. And we're live on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Coach Mike, etong Batangas, no, coming off a big win against Cebu. You know, how can they carry that going into this matchup with Valenzuela?
Well, I think it's important na lalo na build na momentum para dito kay Philip Panyamogan and the other players. You have a couple of players that really did well in that game, and so the hope is mag-carry over na lalo na as yung games nila mas lalo nagiging mahirap as the season goes.
Panyamogan had 15 three-pointers and that's a new MPBL record. Pero pag-usapan natin muna ang Valenzuela and what they did in their last game. I think itong Valenzuela, they traveled all the way to Pampanga and they suffered a loss to the Pasay Voyagers 66-81. Natapos ang laro na yan, and you know, naghahabol dito ang Valenzuela in this ball game, and they just couldn't catch up with the Voyagers who were trying to bounce back from a loss dito sa game na to.
Yeah, John Formento led the team with on a 3 of 5 shooting from 3, ended up with 26 points, and JR Alabanza contributed 15 alongside yung 9 rebounds niya. Pero you know, the shot making wasn't there. They had trouble controlling the boards. They were minus 38 in that department, and so they were minus 44 when it comes to points in the paint. Really, just that big run by Pasay leading up to that win.
Oo, and Pasay continues to, you know, be right up there in the North Division. Batangas naman in the last game, they came up against a short-handed Cebu Classic, and it was a huge win to say the least. No, literally and figuratively, ang laki ng lamang dito sa panalo na to for Batangas City. 131-65 and 46 points para kay Philip Panyamogan, and a new MPBL record of 15 three-pointers.
Oh, and everybody talks about yung three-pointers ni Philip Panyamogan. Let's not also forget that MJ De La Virgen had a double-double, 11 points, 12 assists. Samantalang si Mark Cruz had 11 points and 11 rebounds. And really just better shooting. The 22 of 44 three-point shooting mattered a lot. They did control the boards and fast breaks. That's a plus 33.
And that was just an incredible. 6 players lang ang Cebu in that game, and you talk about Philip Panyamogan and his record-breaking performance. Minsan sasabihin mo that, you know, those were a lot of open looks para sa kanya, but hey, you still gotta make the shot. You still have to make the shot. And 15 of 24 three-point shooting in a game is still impressive kahit may bantay man o wala.
Oo naman. Matter of fact, isang beses lang siya nakatira sa perimeter. All of his shots have really come from the outside because he was free.
And actually, you know, Mika Abisamis was there to cover that game, and she is with us as well. Ang performance na ni Philip, it got a bit emotional after that game para kay Philip after scoring 46 points, Mika.
Tama ka doon si Delph. I had an extremely emotional best player interview dyan kay Philip Anyamogan sa game nga na yun. No? What a spectacular performance against Cebu. So natanong ko siya kanina, sabi ko, Philip, saan ba galing lahat ng emosyon na yun? At sabi niya sa akin, besides a much needed win for Batangas, sabi niya, alam mo Mika, ako ang isang klase ng player na every year, meron akong fino-focus na dalawang skills. Ano? Hindi pwedeng alam ko lang yung skill. Kailangan magaling ako dun sa skill na yun. And so last year, he focused on being a court general, being an orchestrator. This year daw, nag-focus siya sa post-ups tsaka sa mga tres. Ayaw daw talaga lumabas. Mula nagsimula yung season, talagang di niya maintindihan kung ba't ayaw. But in that game, lumabas sa mga tres niya. So talagang even more yung expectations niya. No? So sabi niya sa akin, Mika, alam mo, napakalaking bagay nung game na yon para sa akin. Kaya babala niya at biro niya sa mga batang point guard. Bumalik na daw ang pagiging points guard niya. Si Delph, Coach Mike.
Abangan namin yan. Thank you for that report, Mika. Pero alam mo, Philip Anyamogan, I remember him in college actually, Coach Louie, Coach Mike, no? Biglang umangat yung 3-point shooting yan in college. No, there was a big jump and that I think we will see here as the season progresses para dito sa Batangas. Let's go to Richard Campos for the starting lineups.
Is up against the Batangas City Tanduay Ram Masters. Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Let's introduce first the starting five for Val City Magic. At forward number 39, Kobe Monhe. Shooting guard number 24, JJ Hesalem. At guard number 22, Lester Alvarez. Power forward number 13, J.R. Ongteco. Playing center number 1, Kyle Napes. The head coach is Raymond Valenzuela. Assistant coaches, Juben Ledesma, Errol Francisco, and Ian De La Torre. Assistant team manager, JB Garcia. Team representative, Brian Calantok. And now, for the inaugural season champions, your Batangas City Tanduay Ram Masters. At guard number 13, NJ De La Berhen. Forward number 15, Don Ochea. Coming in at center number 24, Mark Cruz. At forward number 53, Sed Ablaza. To guard number 45, Jong Baloria. The head coach is Cholo Villanueva. Assistant coaches J.R. Aquino, Warren Capitan, John Arenas, and Dino Enrile. Assistant team manager Gilbert Alea. LGU partner Mayor Marby Marino. The team manager Gina Labanza. The team owner Lucio Tan III.
Starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Valenzuela has Lester Alvarez, JJ Hesalem, Kyle Napes, Kobe Monhe, and JR Onteco in the starting five. Batangas City has MJ De La Vergen, Jong Baloria, Mark Cruz, Sed Ablaza, and Don Ochea. And itong Batangas trying to put together a series of strong performances that will allow them to really just reclaim yung kanilang position dun sa ating South Division. Alam naman natin that they've endured a quite a difficult start to the season as Jong Baloria misses the three, rebound ni Kyle Napes, and Lester Alvarez, the former Batangas City point guard, was part of that championship team in season 1. Kalaban niya ngayon yung dating niyang kupunan. Monhe leaves it to Kyle Napes. Masyado malakas ang kanyang tira.
Yeah, and true enough, itong Batangas, of course, always a contender every season. But itong particular year na ito, medyo iba yung start nila, Medyo challenge ng konti. So they want to get back into a good rhythm, especially heading on later into the season.
Alvarez rattles the three home. That was pretty much the calling card of Lester Alvarez in that season 1 championship run ng Batangas. The three ball now taking his act to Val City. MJ trying to answer. No. Don Ochea able to secure the rebound. A foul whistled on Kobe Monhe.
And even through the years, you know, Leicester has been pretty decent from outside, roughly about 33% shooting. So that touch has always been there for Leicester.
He's a former three-point champion as well dito sa ating liga. Jong Baloria drives, finds Cruz inside. A foul and the bucket para kay Mark Cruz. I always feel like, you know, the players of Batangas, you know, they're too established and too, very much too solid and too good to be down for that long.
Yeah.
Dito sa season natin.
I agree. And pretty much we talked about Mindoro kanina na mayroong mga solid performers, yung composure, experience. Pretty much halos ganito rin para dito sa Batangas. So you understand guys like Sed, Levy, Jong, those guys have been through a lot of battles together.
Monhe, corner three, won't go. MJ De La Virgen rushing. Ablaza, good catch. Ablaza banks it in. Right at the chest of Monhe before getting the soft touch off the glass.
Isa na sa mga players na sanay sa bungguan. Initial contact, kayang absorb to finish.
Napes. There's a foul on Mark Cruz. Napes will go to the line. This is a good catch. Said Ablaza got it on the run.
Ginamitan ng footwork after ng initial bunggo, gather, recover, then go to the footwork to finish. It's pretty much a staple of most guys that played under coach Cholo.
It's 5-4. Numbers from Kyle Napes: 7 points and 6.4 rebounds. 50% free throw shooting. 2 for 2. We're tied at 5 apiece.
Kyle in the previous game against Pasay actually had 13 rebounds. So dun mo talaga aasahan inside the paint itong si Kyle, especially on rebounds.
Baloria, open look. That won't go. Rebound Alvarez. Takbo si Monhe. And Kobe Monhe tying in for the bucket and the foul.
So my observation based on the teams that they played and the games that they played, dyan medyo may challenge ang Batangas. Young legs, very athletic, open floor.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Monhe completes the three-point play. Among ang Batangas, Val City rather, with 8-5, 7.5 minutes remaining here. Ablaza, De La Virgen, a three, yes! They're all tied up again at 8 apiece.
Well, that's it, coming out of triangle offense. Corner series, pass it back up top, find the open guy other side.
De La Virgen to Baloria, that's a three.
Yan ang hinahanap nila itong Batangas City Rum Masters. That connection of MJ De La Virgen and Jong Baloria in the open floor.
Well, hindi na sila nag-hesitate doon. They don't take much time now. Napes attacks middle. Unteco is fouled.
Once they see an open shot outside, they'll immediately take it.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And athletic guys like Kobe Monhe in the open floor have been really a struggle to defend against para dito sa Batangas.
Yeah, MJ had Jong wide open.
On the other side,
Baloria, one dribble, three, no. Ochea hits it to MJ. Shot fake, jumper off the side of the board. There's Salem. Mo si Ablaza. Set the kick out. MJ. Quick trigger and it's in. Para kay MJ de la Beren.
Just trusting your gut. Kanina, you missed that initial shot. Now you come back and take it again.
Lester misses the three. Rebound to Mark Cruz. Ablaza
Ganda.
finds Cruz inside. No. Put back. Basket and one.
Ganda rin ng read ng ball reversal. Well, initially that was a miss by Mark Cruz, but you love that slot-to-slot pass leading up to Seth for that pass inside, and a good offensive rebound and a putback for Mark.
Got hit on the side of the head. To si Mark Cruz by Kyle Lopez. Bonus free throw para kay Mark Cruz.
Tsaka malaking bagay ito si Mark Cruz sa rotation ni Coach Cholo, because Dexter really for the most part has started para dito sa Batangas, pero nai-insert na itong si Mark Cruz as part of the
Well,
rotation.
Dexter's been hurt
Yeah.
this season. Showed me his ankle injury earlier, a foul on Mark Cruz, but he's back. He's suited up para dito sa larong to. John Ambuluto will check in for Mark Cruz. Is that number 3 on Mark Cruz? Yes, I think so. You don't expect Mark Cruz to be back in the first half.
And John's gonna get a lot of minutes tonight with Mark getting those quick 3 fouls.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances and Subok at kompleto ang appliances brand ng Pilipinas. 17-10 lamang pa rin ang Batangas. Almost halfway through this first period.
Tinawagan ng foul doon si JR Ontenko after that dive inside, coming out of that horns setup. Ablaza was the pick and pop guy. The low post guy happens to be John Ambuluto. Tried to 3-4 him pero nahawakan, so the foul.
So Val City not yet over the limit. The next foul will mean free throws. So Valoria thought about it. John Formento is in the game. Ablaza is open. In and out on the 3. Ambo trying to handle that basketball pero nabitawan niya. Could not save it.
Grabe rin ang effort talaga nito ni John Ambuluto. Ang ganda itong matchup nila ni JR Alabanza sa ilalim.
Yeah. Gustong-gusto ni JR Alabanza yung mga ganyan.
Oo, yung may bungguan sa
Oo,
ilalim.
tsaka gusto niyang palpalin yan.
Yung pumapalag din sa loob.
Alvarez, open, a 3, no. More poked away, nakuha ni Ambuluto. Valoria. Jong, launches, short. Rebound, Napes. Alvarez quickly to Formento. The hesitation move and the whistle going against Ed Ablaza. Another smart play there from John Formento.
I think Coach Chol is going to ask for a review on this. Doesn't think there was enough contact on that defense by Sed.
And doon din nangyari halos sa malapit sa kanya, no? So he had a good angle. So there is a challenge here early on. 4 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We will be right back.
The challenge made by Batangas City is unsuccessful.
It's an
Foul
unsuccessful
committed by
challenge.
Santa Plaza is first.
Here's the call right here.
The sniper de Mexico, Levi Hernandez, comes in for
Oh.
Javaria.
That looked almost marginal to me.
Oo. Pero palapit eh. Si Sed eh.
Pero it didn't look it was enough to...
Warning on Batangas
With the way
City.
we've been calling fouls here in the MPBL.
Uh-huh.
Nonetheless, it will stay. Formento is at the line and he sinks the first. I tell you, this kid has a bright future ahead of him. The way he's been playing this season for Valenzuela.
I agree. Ang gusto ko sa kanya yung yung 2-foot gaming in the paint. He just stays in control.
17-12. Ambuluto, jumper, won't go. Rebound in Apes. Good box out from Monje. And it's with John Formento. Formento fires. Alvarez grabs the loose ball. Lester, binabatayan ni Hernandez. Napes, go down low to Alabanza. Too strong. Ablaza, bigay kay Ochea. Sed gets it back. Sed, corner. Levy, and Levy scores on the drive. Too easy para kay Levy Hernandez.
Oh, left side of the floor. High probability basket yan kay Levy Hernandez. Regardless if it's a 3 or perimeter or drive.
Back-to-back misses para kay John Formento.
Good pass.
Ochea, no! What a miss. Galing kay Don Ochea. De La Virgen. 19-12. MJ for 3. Too strong. Mone secures the rebound for Val City. Both teams already in penalty. Alabanza. The kick out to Lester Alvarez. 3. No. Ambuluto. Bigay agad kay MJ De La Virgen. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Same side, Levy.
Pagsaksi Formento and Hernandez gets the 2 points. Easy for Levy.
In-anticipate ni Formento yung shoulder, tatama, pero ang taas ng katawan niya ni Levy that time. So, not enough.
And another foul on Don Ochea this time. Nasa penalty na ang Batangas kanina pa. I tell you, it's been a long first quarter.
Oh, yeah. Up 9. Batangas.
Kobe Monje nasa linya ngayon. And Monje sinks the free throw.
He's actually been the second guy that they turn to scoring-wise. Ito si Kobe Monje.
Now, no surprise that two young guys are
Sila ni Jan, no?
leading the way para dito sa Val City.
Tsaka athletic na matigas yung katawan. Kaya rin bungguan sa loob.
And Monje sits down. Binalik na si JJ Hesalem. 21-14. Valenzuela within 7. Levy Hernandez. Intis ang kanyang tira. Iba ni Alabanza. Formento looks up. Alabanza takes the handoff. JR. Justin Alfonso a 3. Ace it with the rebound. Panyamogan a 3. Yes! Philip Panyamogan picking up from where he left off against Cebu. Hits his first shot of the game. This time against Valenzuela. Alfonso to the corner. John Formento. No good. Takbo si CJ Isit.
One more.
Finds Philip. Another 3. No good. Levy puts it back in.
Pinapractice talaga no?
Another steal here, Panyamogan. Hintayin niya yung mga kampi niya.
Ngayon, binabantayan na talaga sa tres.
Hernandez. And same with Mindoro, 9 points now para kay Levi Hernandez off the bench. That's coming out of nowhere, by the way.
That's right.
Alam mo yung you have a feeling that when everything clicks, ang hirap talaga din nilang pigilan.
Yes.
And Kenneth Igalo trying to join in on the party. He misses the three. Igalo playing safety there. Hernandez to Ambo. The jump hook is good. Coach Raymond has seen enough. 46 seconds remaining in the first period. And the Batangas City Tanduay Rom Masters have established a 17-point lead on their home floor. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And when things are clicking, they are very unselfish. They got the other guys involved. That time, John Abulunto got in on the party.
Our trade and free agency window is now open. The top 4 teams in each division may add a maximum of 1 free agent, which means that free agent should be in the current roster of the teams participating this season. They can get unlimited free agents not rostered this season and unlimited homegrown players. Siyempre kailangan nandun sa lineup nila. And yan po ang rule natin. Top 5 to 8, dalawang free agent currently rostered. 9 to 15. Unlimited number of free agents rostered this season. And get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Abangan nyo. May mga announcements na kaagad because I've seen a few emails na may mga naaprubahan na mga acquisitions ang mga teams natin. We saw Marion Magat play today for Mindoro. So that's an acquisition. He did not have a team at the start of the season, so Mindoro can still get 2 more that is currently rostered this season.
And so now, for Batangas, they're getting a couple, right?
Yeah.
Based on their standings.
Based on their standing, a couple of players rostered this season. And when I say that, kung galing sila sa ibang team, dapat i-release din sila ng ibang team.
That's right.
And then kung galing sa trade, dapat, trade nga may kapalit.
And so, which is why in that Binyan game, we saw a lot of players, seeking release
From their respective
teams. That's right. Is
Talaga?
there any parang based on what you've seen? Later we'll talk about it.
Mamaya na yan, Coach. Mahaba-haba ang ating podcast for tonight's episode. 31-16. A strong start again para dito sa Batangas City. I think they're playing loose at the moment.
That's right. Agree. And pretty much every stat that's foundational to the game, points, rebounds, and assists, all in favor of Batangas right now. And guys are playing loose, like what you said.
31-16 at the end of 1. We'll be right back. Batangas City will face Binyan on June 25 July 8, makakalaban nila ng Pampanga. July 21, Mindoro. So these are 3 tough games coming up para dito kay Coach Cholo and the Tanduay Rum Masters. And okay, let's go to Mika Abisamis.
With the recent shaky performances of Batangas, that win against Cebu obviously with a positive impact, especially for momentum, he said any win can cure any problem. Of course, there is more to fix, more to discuss, maybe pickups in the window, but really he said, I challenged my veterans to do a check and balance with their performances. Not just from the coaches, pero sila mismo sa sarili nila. What can they see wrong and immediately change and adjust? That's the only way. These aren't kids that you can still mold, but if they use their wisdom, they could still improve like today.
Thank you so much, Mika. And much has been said about this veteran-laden lineup nitong Batangas. And, you know, how much gas is left in the tank. And I think they're pretty much capable of, you know, maybe a few additions. A couple, maybe 12 puntos na si Levy Hernandez. Couple more additions. Gotta get younger, bit younger. Pero, yeah, I still think they are one of the best teams in the league. Continuity-wise, alam natin, matibay itong Batangas. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Yeah, totoo. That's very true. Pretty much, ika nga, parang succession plan on who's gonna be, you know, coming in new blood for these guys. And I love how Coach Cholo has actually approached it. A lot of self-assessment for all these players. Where are you in where we want to go? Just recognizing na veterano mga player na to that understand what they need to do in order to achieve their goals for this season.
Alabanza goes to Alfonso. Drives and the scoop layup off the glass. Para kay Justin Alfonso.
Justin Alfonso getting that right side of the floor for him to claim and using the glass to finish it off.
May no, accountability on the part of the players, you know, and Levy Hernandez. It shows you that, you know, these coaches feel the heat too. You know, it's the players on the court who are nandun sa court and sila may hawak ng bola, but you know, everyone else is, you know, pretty much under a microscope.
Oo.
Under scrutiny.
Oo, sabi nga nila if it's wins, it's the players. If it's losses, you know, all eyes will be on the coaches.
And this is a ruthless league. You know, 6 na puntos na para kay Philip Anyamogan. The lead is now 19. You say ruthless is that, you know, no matter how hard you try, I mean, trying is not even enough. No?
Yeah. It's the output, the results.
Yeah.
That really matter.
You know, yung linya na it's a make or miss league, ito yung NBA. It's pretty much everywhere. Make or miss.
Kahit anong level. Sabi nga nila, winning heals everything. So you got to get to that point.
Yeah. And JR Alabanza, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks. Very impressive. Hindi lang lead sa panalo. This goes 2 for 2 there.
And he leads the team actually in rebounds and blocks with 8.6 and 1.8 rebounds and blocks respectively. And it's pretty good in the perimeter also, roughly about 54%.
Easy 2 points para kay Ken Igalo. Not much resistance from Valenzuela.
And Kenneth Igalo is one of those players that they got this season. The hope to be, you know, a key piece in their rotation.
Igalo with the steal. Monhe with the counter steal. Masyadong malakas sa pasa. Bigay kay Formento. John gets in the lane. Bigay kay Lester Alvarez. Kanyamogan na nakabantay now with John Formento. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Formento, air ball. Castillo has been scoring. He's got 6 off the bench. Apinan. Bigay kay Ighalo. Fires a three. Too strong. Rebound, Formento.
That's one of Kenneth Ighalo's favorite shot. Yung step back three from the top. We've seen that a lot last season, I think, with Davao when he played there.
Alabanza thought about it. Go to Monje. 6 seconds to work with. Kobe drives.
Lakas ng katawan talaga ni Kobe Monje.
Yeah, and Kenneth Ighalo able to get that ball away from Kobe Monje.
Alam mo, nakastay in front si Kenneth Ighalo pero hindi matanggal yung bola sa kamay ni Kobe Monje. Grabe rin ang grip eh.
Palitan na tao dito. Jong Baloria returns for Levy Hernandez. Ong Teco comes in for Alabanza. So 2 JRs there. Sa free throw line si Kobe Monje. Valenzuela is perfect. The foul line.
58% free throw shooter, Kobe Monje. He gets to the line about 4 times in a game.
(41-26). 9 points para kay Kobe Monje. Leads the scorers for the Magic. Panyamogan misfires on the three. He's 2 for 4 so far.
But he's gotten good looks. Maganda rin yung release. He's never out of line. He's always in there.
Napes against Ighalo. Bigay kay John Formento. Short on the three. Panyamogan on the move. Philip. Napinan. Ighalo cuts. Easy layup para kay Kenneth Ighalo.
A couple of options para kay Pinandon actually. A 3 for Philip or that drive by Kenneth. Picked the latter and made it.
43-26. Napes. Looking for friends. Binigay kay Alvarez. And Napes traveled.
Hindi makapaniwala si Kyle na na-travel siya.
O'Neal Arim is coming in for Philip Panyamogan. This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Just a dive from the weak side, giving the pass available for Jexter to Kenneth.
Baloria finds Apinan inside.
Ganda ng interior passing ng Batangas.
And Batangas shooting 47%.
16 assists already here for Batangas.
Teco, the handoff to Formento. John looking for JR. Lester, one dribble pull-up. No, Apinan has it quickly to Kenneth Ighalo. Ighalo banks it in for 2.
Yun ang maganda kay Jexter pag nakakuha ng bola, long ball. Kayang pumasa to lead it.
Formento wanted to go for the acrobatic shot there. Alvarez. They'll fire. Napunta dun sa kanan ng kanyang tira.
Way off.
Baloria lays it in for 2. Batangas City running away here in the second period. Still have 4 minutes remaining here, but the lead is already 23. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Expa Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke.
And so far, Batangas really playing very loose right now. There's very little resistance they're getting from Val City.
Valenzuela City will travel to Ilagan, Isabela for their matchup against the Cowboys on June 28. July 5, they take on the Abra Weavers. Abra Solid North Weavers. On July 11, they battled the Pangasinan Heatwave. So crucial next 3 games for their playoff push because all of those teams are in the North Division.
I think after that game against Pangasinan, they're also going to get Pampanga. And so really a tough run for Val City.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And Jaron Tenko really rotated to help out on that drive by Jong. Good find.
3-pointer galing kay Lester Alvarez. Art Oliva got decked by that pick galing kay Jer Onteco. 6 na puntos na para kay Lester Alvarez. Time down to 3.5 minutes dito sa ating second quarter. Oliva takes the jumper, misfires, rebound, Ighalo. Pasa pala! Dahil kapos ang tira. That was a pass, right?
That was a good pass.
Tama. Then Apinan at the line. He struggled with injuries this season. And I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Yeah, totoo. Struggle talaga kasi he has not scored in double digits so far this season. But he had his most rebounds in a game against Nueva Ecija and Rizal, both with 10 rebounds. The most assists against Rizal with 9. That close game of a loss against Rizal.
Napes launches, air ball.
So for a couple of sequences where Kyle came up empty. The one with the travel, now that missed shot from up top. 20-point lead.
49-29. Arim. Alvarez trying to pull the chair on Arim.
Alam na ni Arim na makakabasket siya nung time na sumundot sa gilid. Just a couple of dribbles and he was on that spot.
51-29. Monje. Onteco. Napes, push shot, won't go. Rebound. Apinan. Jexter looks ahead. Jexter drives left. Layup, yes.
Specialty of the house.
4 na puntos na para kay Jexter Apinan. It's a 24-point lead for Batangas.
Made it look like parang dribble handoff pero he kept that ball and drove that left side for that finish.
No, it's nice to see Jexter back. Na ganun yung ginagawa sa court. No?
Yeah.
So used to seeing him do that. Monje, jumper, yes.
Yeah, I agree. And one of the really good keep guy on a chase action itong si Jexter Apinan because he's got really good decision making whether to pass or make the shot.
Arim can't get it to fall. Monje, who has 11 points already, he forces that one, foul. Looks like it will be on Jong Baloria.
Yun ang mga primary defenders nila Coach Cholo for very athletic guys. Onil Arim, Don Ochea. Those guys he keeps in front of those types of players.
Napes and Onteco. Pahinga muna. Minute and 31 remaining. Kobe Monje has been perfect at the line. And I did not jinx it. Yes.
Yeah, you have to hold your breath. Ano?
Little bit. Perfect pang Val City dito. 14 of 14. Incredible because they only made 7 field goals dito sa ating game na to. 8 rather. That's 14 less field goals than Batangas.
Most impressive naman kay Batangas is 19 of those field goals, or 22 of those field goals have actually been assisted. Same action of that corner series.
Ablaza, Oliva, Levy. That's a tough fader. No good. And Monje nakakuha ng rebound. It's Kobe Monje. That's only his third rebound of the game. Lester has Oliva on his hip. Alabanza pulls up from the top of the key and he connects.
That's rare.
But he has that in his bag. Ito si Jerry Alabanza. 17 na lang ang lamang dito. Ablaza. He'll pull up. Yes.
Elbow side. Said Ablaza deadly yan dyan.
4 na puntos na para kay Sed Ablaza. Monje. Lester Alvarez. Goes to Kobe. 8 seconds to shoot. Castillo. They go to Alabanza. Has to shoot. Inaagaw pa. And the shot clock violation now.
They were pretty much late locating si JR Alabanza on that seal. He already had that good seal in the middle, keeping Sed behind him. But they didn't see him, and so that violation.
Hernandez, Bumuelo. That won't go, and that's a goaltend.
Gumalaw eh.
Oo. Parang matatanggal na yung foam dyan sa
Sa ilalim.
sa ilalim ng board natin. This was the drive from Levy.
Oh yeah.
Basket interference.
With Coach Cholo once again, even on this final 1.1, setting up something probably defensively for the Rum Masters. That's how very systematic these guys are.
Yeah, it's a tough stretch ahead now. Oh, jump ball. So,
Resulting in a jump ball possession arrow points. The Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters.
So this is a baseline out of bounds. So probably that's the one that Coach Cholo was trying to set up.
and that will do it. Hindi pa pumasok from close range. Levy Hernandez. Natin may oras pa.
I think they were looking at a foul.
Yeah.
Levy got him sealed. Nakuha yung bola. I think yun yung tinitingnan nila ngayon.
So, no more time.
No more time.
Before the whistle was blown. Halftime is scoring. Bounce City
5 to
Magic,
36 at the break.
36.
It's taken a while, but we're here.
Halftime
Halftime tayo dito. Lamang ang Batangas. 55 to 36.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Colo in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. the bus. And he finds the great left hand. And there's the punching bell. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Back at the Batangas City Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis, and right now I am joined by two very special guests. Justin Alfonso, of course, of the Val City Magic, and Coach Dino Ponce Enrile of the Batangas Tanduay Rum Masters. Magandang gabi, mga Ginoo. You know, clearly there's a problem in this game, but I know that in situations like this, the teammates are always there for each other. What do you say to each other as motivation?
We just try to stay positive. You know, we're just trying to remind each other we got to stick together. We know what we do in practice, so we just got to stay positive and keep fighting through the game.
Good luck with that. Is there anyone you want to greet?
Yes, we want to greet Pure Blends, Sure Home Realty, YPS Clothing and Trading, DGC Steel, Ever Gourmet Corporation, Accelerated Wellness and Pain Clinic, Publinks, Fatima, Anytime Fitness Valenzuela, Perez Pares Valenzuela, VA Sports, Shoe Best, Dash, LuxBet, and special thanks to Valenzuela City Mayor Wes Gatchalian and my family here in the Philippines, the Calles family. Too many to name. I love you guys. See you soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Once again, Justin Alfonso of the Val City Magic. Coach, clearly nakakuha ng magandang momentum galing dun sa Cebu game, ang Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. But of course, you know, it has been a shaky several games in the past. No? As coaches, ano pa yung gusto nyong makitang improvement dito sa team?
Well, improvement, aggressiveness, both ends of the court. Consistency, it's a must. It's coming from, especially parating na tayo sa latter part of the season, playoffs, we have to be consistent as possible, both ends of the floor.
Meron na ba, Coach, mga kinakausap na players o secret muna?
No comment.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka pa mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Of course, ngayon lang kami nakabalik dito sa Batangas Coliseum. Mga taga Batangas, maraming salamat sa walang sawang pagsuporta ninyo sa ating team, Batangas Tanduay Rum Masters. Tuloy-tuloy lang po tayo. Kahit hindi maganda ang performance on and off, masaya kami, nandito tayong lahat. And of course, sa mga officials ng Tanduay, headed by our President Lucio Tan III, and of course, our team manager, Mr. Gene Alabanza. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat once again, Coach Dino Ponce Enrile of the Batangas Tanduay Rum Masters. Magabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Lastimosa, foot on the line. Still no go, and Larry Rodriguez doing a terrific
What a
job.
pass.
Wow! And Tolentino with a finish. Saktong-sakto.
I don't know who that was, but it looked to be Larry Patrick Mahomes Rodriguez.
Hindi ba Tom Brady yun? What a pass.
Ang mahirap pa sa pasa na yon, got the rebound in traffic, halos malapit na siya dun sa baseline, no, sa linya ng binyan. But the look ahead sa kabilang court, and obviously yung pag-execute ng pasa.
Pinan went too early. Gives an opportunity for Batangas, but Kipido getting the steal. Enough time for Pasig City. 5 seconds remaining. Manalang gets it back. Warlo Batak. Tax Bindel lays it up and in to beat the buzzer.
The young Warlo Batak making the right decision, not going for the three-point shot. He knew that he had it in him to be able to beat the clock by attacking the basket and still getting a high percentage shot.
Turco, it ends up as a turnover. Takbo si Jeff Comia. Comia stays in control, and Comia with a beautiful finish.
Sometimes you think that he's already out of control, but he really is in control. Gets another wily shot right there to not just entertain the crowd here, but to also extend this Davao lead.
Ano ba yun? Semi-Smithy ba yun?
Yeah, looking one way and going the other.
Moralde misses the layup.
Trying to fish for a foul, 2-on-1 coming up.
Sumido! Oh, Lander Cannon.
Pumatay ng lamok doon sa palpal na yun. Kita mo naman yung palpal na to, determinado. Uy, back-to-back blocks yun, ha?
Oh, dalawa.
By Mr. Cannon.
Well, Cannon has had a few highlights this season. No? Yung mga palpal niya.
Forward pass Perumingan to Chauca. Back to Tricky. Behind the back. Oh, what a pass to Sam Peralta for the deuce.
Practically a give and go. Tricky Peromingan gives it up. to Valenzuela, then gets it back, and then another pass, a spectacular one behind the back to Sam Peralta.
Kamson as well.
Sa laki ni Kamson, no? Oftentimes he would expect a strong finish. That time, little finesse.
Caballero finds Kamson! Basket and one. What a pass from Caballero to Eric Kamson. Terrific finish galing kay Eric
So
Kamson.
itong kombinasyon na to by Keanu and Eric ngayong gabi has been really effective.
Went through it. The defense. Oh!
What a shot to beat the buzzer. How about that from Kit Jimenez?
Kit Jimenez already with a bunch of points in this game. Still 3 seconds. That definitely is gonna count para kay Kit Jimenez.
John Fa with a steal. 8 minutes left. John Fa switching hands in midair and now has established his new career high of 26 points.
Determined. This kid, he will move heaven and earth just to try and carry his team. After that missed basket, you get the stop again. But now, it's back to a 60-point lead.
Wow! Where did that come from? Lawrence Paul Victoria gliding, hanging, and finishing. Look
Wow.
at this move.
Woo-wee! Me, oh my. Lawrence Paul Victoria.
Yan ang inaabangan ng mga tao dito.
Nabuhay ang Pasay Astrodome.
Castro with the ball. 4-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Cuevas drives. It's short. Osicos to Espiritu. And Bulacan with a chance to win this game. Sumido. 5 seconds. JR Sumido with the runner. Oh! JR Sumido with a basket to give Bulacan the lead and possibly their first win of the season.
Kakaiba yung tapang na pinakita ni JR Sumideron. But this running shot, momentum carrying him to the left side, could be the possible game winner.
Big time plays from the Kuyas here down the stretch. Halftime here at the Batangas City Sports Coliseum, where the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters have a 19-point lead against the Val City Magic. And the goaltending earlier was actually nullified. That's why we are 55-36 at the break. No, and kung titingnan natin ang first half, big advantage para dito sa Batangas. Got off to a really good start, Coach Mike, and dominating all departments here in the first half after the first half of action.
Yeah, and points, rebounds, and assists pretty much dominated by Batangas. Bench points, 34 versus 15. Olivia Hernandez, Kenneth Ighalo, been a huge lift off the bench para dito sa Batangas.
And yan ang ating numero dito. 27, 20 rebound, 20-8 ang assist, but bench scoring, Batangas still lording it over the Valenzuela City Magic. The third quarter underway. John Formento. Monje, Alvarez combining for 19. Castillo also had 6. Alabanza with 5. And Kyle Napes scores the first basket of the second half. He's got 4 points to go with 5 rebounds, Kyle Napes. Levi Hernandez leading the way with 14 points. And Morgan had a couple of 3-pointers. And Seda Blaza is up to 6 points, matching the output of Panyamogan, De La Virgen, and Mark Cruz. Monje. On the left side, Formento will drive, no look pass. Monje with the reverse.
Maganda ng pagkaka-timing nung cut na yun para kay Kobe Monje. But if Val City is to come back, you got to start with the defensive side of the floor. Stop all these executions by Batangas and score on your end.
57-40. Cruz will pull up. Yes. Got that ball in rhythm. Mark Cruz. Ganda ng pasa ni Seda Blaza.
Oh, just making the good reads, the right decisions.
8.5 minutes remaining dito sa ating third quarter. 19-point lead for Batangas. Nabanza, bigay kay Monje. Medyo masikip. Monje. Nice movement without the ball from Napes. Mintis. Formento able to secure the offensive rebound. Labas kay Alvarez. Now with Alabanza. Stops at the free throw line. Labas kay Lester. The hook pass to John Formento, who misses the jumper. Rebounding Mark Cruz.
Pero kita mo doon all throughout the 24, nakadepensa talaga itong Batangas, making it difficult for anything to be done offensively for Val City.
Jong Baloria off the mark. Rebound ni John Formento. Alvarez. Swings it over to Alabanza. Alabanza had a shot there. Alvarez. Mark Cruz, good hustle. The recovery from Alvarez. Formento has it. The pass was a bit behind him. Crossover from John Formento. The ball fake, the corner. 3, no good. And Baloria, that's last touch on him. And the bola mananatili dito sa Magic.
Haba ng oras na ginagamit nila sa offensive sets.
And assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Anda ng look away ni
John
Formento.
Yeah. And foul on Seda Blaza.
In these couple of games for the Rum Masters, would be good for players to actually catch a good rhythm. Philip got his rhythm in that game against Cebu, and now the other guys gotta follow suit.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances sa subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Split at the line para kay JR Alabanza. Under 7 minutes to play here in the third. Valoria against Formento. Ablaza drives. Taken away by Napes. Formento. Looks ahead. John. Lester. Valenzuela slowing things down here. They go to Alabanza. 8 seconds on the shot clock. There's a double team there.
Oh, man.
Formento has to fire. Valenzuela actually slowing things down, even though they're trailing by 18.
That's right.
Halos na uubos ang shot clock nila, and that's Ochea, binabatay ni Mone, and a foul on the fadeaway galing kay Don Ochea.
It seems that Valenzuela is trying to wait for that offensive set to mature at a point later in the shot clock. Kaya halos lahat ng tumatanggap early in the clock hindi nakatingin sa ring eh. Really looking for ball and man movement.
Ochea misses, the reigning defensive player of the year. 5.6 rebounds per game this season. 60% at the line.
Sobrang sipag dumipensa niya si Don Ochea.
And can pretty much defend from 1 to 5.
Oo. Kahit ano pang athletic ability, malakas, athletic na mabilis, he can keep up.
It's 41 to 60. Monhe. Nabatay ni Don Ochea. Everyone just standing around here. As Monhe misses the layup, Napes tracks down the miss. Labas kay Formento. Formento. Oh, what a pass. Alvarez. 23. Ablaza is fouled by Lester Alvarez.
What a pass by Formento. However, Leicester missed that three. Run the other way. They have to give up that foul.
And Val City looking like they're just going through the motions right now.
Yeah. I think a little bit, considering how the deficit that they're in, to be a little bit more faster when they execute.
Oh, Napes. Strong rebound by Kyle Napes. Alvarez. Bigay kay Formento. John Formento. Lester. Kyle. Got the step. Napes too strong. Ochea grabs the rebound. Quickly to Ablaza. Said Ablaza, dire-derecho.
Wala nakastop ng bola doon. Every time down the floor, pretty much fast break opportunities for Batangas.
21-point lead for the Rum Masters. Alabanza, the push shot, short rebound, Ochea.
In quite a while since the last time we saw a basket para dito sa Valenzuela. Last pa yata kay Kobe Monhe, no?
Yeah. Mark Cruz is blocked by Alabanza. He recovers. He's blocked by Napes. And Alabanza able to grab the rebound.
Gotta push it quickly. Got a guy ahead.
I don't know why they're slowing down. Formento against De La Virgen. John could not convert.
And there's been very little movement on the weak side.
Valoria rings the bell with a three.
Parang Batangas pa yung naghahabol eh. They're faster to their shots.
8 points now. Jong Valoria. Levy and Kenneth will enter the game. The next dead ball. Salem Castillo and Teco will also enter the game. Said Ablaza. Easy two. And finally, we have a ceasefire. They're looking at the refs when, no, really, there's right now, this is biggest lead of the game. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Kawai for our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. The Batangas enjoying a 26-point lead here on their home floor. And parang nabigla yata siya. Coach Mike na nasa TV siya.
Oh.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Lumalamig pa naman dito ngayon sa loob ng gym.
MJ De La Veren picking up Alfonso. Full court here. SLM. Now with Castillo. JJ SLM. Castillo. Formento is just standing on the weak side. Monteco, and they turn the ball over.
Well, what a pass.
What a pass to where?
Too high a pass.
Okay. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Wide open, Jong Baloria. Ochea. Inside, Cruz, the reverse. 28-point lead. A little over 2 minutes remaining in the game. Or in the third quarter, rather. Not in the game. Mahaba pa tayo. May isang quarter pa tayo. Yesalem. Alfonso. That's taken away by MJ De La Virgen. He looks up. He pulls back. Finds Ochea. Ochea drives baseline. Travel.
Na-drag yung pivot foot. See how quickly Batangas gets into their sets, trying to score within 8 seconds from the time they get the ball.
De La Virgen gets a breather. Pinasok na si VJ Alarcon, homegrown player. Alfonso.
It's taking too long to set this up.
Under pressure from Alarcon. Bigin din si Alarcon eh.
Oo.
Dumipensa kasi kakalaro na lang din. Formento. Yesalem. Nalibre si Formento. Nabigla si Formento na binalik pa. Sa kanya yung bola dun.
Kaya sabi niya, tumira na eh.
Actually, JJ, I won't mind JJ taking that shot. Castillo, I think Levi Hernandez got a hand on that. Minute remaining in the third. Alarcon back to Levi Hernandez. Up against Alfonso. Ochea, the extra pass. Ambo misses from close range. He gets it back. Ambo! No go. He'll have to earn his points at the line.
Grabe yung pinuwesto ni Ambo sa loob. Right now, Val City has only scored 5 points in this quarter.
And pretty much, ganun din naman parang ganun din ang ano nila eh. Na, you know, they were, you know, they got delayed into going to their set, so that's why the output is only 5 points.
Right. Their offensive execution is pretty much late to develop.
30-point lead now for Batangas City. Balik si Lester Alvarez or John Formento.
Si John Ambuluto might just be the most consistent Rum Master shooting about 40% from the field in the last 6 games. And it's just been a solid addition back for the Rum Masters.
And Alfonso gets trapped. He was looking for friends.
He didn't have anyone, one pass away from the back. Pretty much left alone from the back court.
Alarcon backing down on Alfonso. VJ scores with the right hand.
And the friends from the hometown happy for VJ on that basket.
73-41, Lester Alvarez. 5 seconds. Lester to Justin. A 3. No. That will do it. A lot of frustration on the side of Valenzuela. Held to just 5 points in the third. Highlights of the game brought to you by Ciplos, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. That was pretty much it for Valenzuela. And it was all Batangas the rest of the way.
And when we talked about a lot of their points in the first half really coming from the free throws, now halos walang free throw, pero halos wala rin from the field. They only scored 5 points, and pretty much Batangas continued to execute on their end of the floor.
We go into the fourth with Batangas ahead, 73-41. Our fans of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Magandang gabi po, ma'am. And we hope you are enjoying the game dito sa Batangas City Sports Coliseum.
At sila rin ay nag-i-enjoy.
Ay, malamang nag-i-enjoy yan. Doon sa kabila, mukhang mahaba yung mga mukha. Kasi lamang nga ang Batangas, and that was the Valenzuela side. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. (73-41), easy 2 para kay Ambo.
Too easy a setup that side. Primary action pa lang, nakascore na kagad.
Quarter scoring, 31-16 in the first. Valenzuela fighting back. 24-20 in the second. But it was still Batangas' quarter. Pero yung third, 18-5. They only muster 5 points in that period. And look at Levy Hernandez nonchalantly hitting the 3.
Nonchalant talaga dahil hindi lumundag yata, parang tumingkayad lang.
Kaya nga eh. Matik eh.
At saka wala rin masyadong naka-challenge dun sa tira niya.
Napes. No go on that one. Rebound Ighalo now with Levy. Onteco comes up with the steal. JR will not get the roll.
Still couldn't make it even in open transition.
Ang buluto. And if you're Batangas, you gotta keep playing, the way Coach Cholo wants you to play.
Yeah.
You're facing some tough competition ahead of you. Kailangan medyo sharp ka dito.
Oo.
SLM. Now they're just jacking up threes there.
Right. And that's the easiest available shot for them. So they just take it. Nothing on executions. I give you a ball from the top. See if you got a shot.
Panyamogan to the rolling Ambuluto. Basket and one.
And John Ambuluto having a lot of fun right now. And why not? That was a good roll and a good finish.
Player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
A couple of white shirts converging, but really could not stop John on that finish.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Mika Bisamas.
Tambay daw sa gym lately si John Ambuluto, especially after Chris Porter left. He knew immediately he needed to up his game. Biro ng mga teammates niya. Grabe, hindi na masyado kumakain yan. Kung dati, 3 cups of rice, 1 na lang daw. John knows he is not the strongest guy out there, but his ability to stay relevant this season is strong enough. Si Delph Cookman.
Thank you so much, Mika. And Ambuluto now with 9 points and 4 rebounds. And you know, with Chris Porter leaving for the PBA, biglang bumukas ang playing time para dito kay John Ambuluto.
Oo, totoo. At saka maganda rin ang pagkaka-respond niya. Kasi in the last 6 games, he was double digits 4 times. Matter of fact, may isa siyang double-double. 10 points, 11 rebounds versus Parañaque. And the shooting, like what I mentioned earlier, he's shooting above 40%. And so you love that. Coming from John Ambuluto, who, in my opinion, is one of the hardest working big men right there in this season. He does not command for the ball. He always works for it and plays a lot of defense. So hindi madali yung mga bunggong inaabot niya sa loob.
And because he's a lefty, he's a tough cover kasi iba yung angulo ng mga hook shot nito eh. Ito si John Ambuluto dun sa ilalim.
Totoo.
43 to 81.
He's comedic outside of the court pero sa
May
loob.
ano dito eh, may vlog din to eh.
Oo nga.
May
Pina-follow ko siya eh.
talaga?
Pina-follow ko siya. Ang kulit niyan. Pero sa loob ng court talaga nga namang laban din, compete din siya.
Napes asking for an offensive foul. Jair Alabanza returns for Kyle Napes. Couple of fouls called on Kyle. Hindi siya natuwa doon.
Yun niya, tinamaan siya sa panga daw eh.
Ambuluto is up to 10 points in the game. Ting importante. Right there. Pahinga muna si King sa laban nito. Expect him to be back. And some of the games this season. Darwin Lenore has yet to play. Baka ipasok yun ni Coach Cholo in a while. CJ Isit is set to return. Monteco, a 3. That won't go. Panyamogan with the rebound.
Mukhang nagbawas nga ng Rice. Ang bilis tumakbo eh.
Pretty much, we're just waiting for the final score here.
Yeah. Well, at least from how they played the entire third quarter and up to this point.
In the second half, they've only scored 7 points. Valenzuela. I'm gonna battle through this though. Kailangan medyo magpakita tayo ng
Laban.
ng laban or just pride in playing.
That's right.
Mr. Alvarez.
You have to have answers back. I mean, you just can't settle for maibaba lang yung bola.
Ambuluto is called for the foul. This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalimig. Free installation for split type air conditioning.
And they brought back all the starters.
Oh. No. Yeah, uy, lagpas. Buluto able to grab the rebound. Inantay si CJ Isip. Panyamogan. Fade away, won't go. Rebound ni Lester Alvarez.
Yun ang isa sa mga pinapractice ni Philip Panyamogan na minimension niya sa report ni Mika, yung post-up.
Yun nga, yung kwento ni Philip Panyamogan, and all of a sudden in his, I think that was his 3rd season in JRU, na all of a sudden biglang naging shooter, na naging scorer siya. No? He was known for as a defensive guy that na mga panahon na yun, and I think it was Coach Vergel Meneses. Mayor Vergel Meneses.
Yeah, that was the time of Coach Vergel. So they were using that time, if I recall correctly, yung mga sistema nila Manong Derek.
Yeah.
Kumarin.
One of the coaching influences of our of Batangas City coach,
Coach Cholo.
Coach Cholo.
Yeah.
Coach played under Coach France as well.
Saka naging namin yan in our back in the pandemic when we did a podcast that's Bounce Pass. Coach Cholo was one of our guests, and he did mention the influence of Coach France and the Pumarin clan on his basketball.
85-44. Remember that LaSalle press before class?
Yeah, oo. Ibang klase yun.
Mike Cortez, Monose.
Cool cut, no? Monose, defensive,
Oo,
Ibang klase
laging
yun.
agaw yun.
Oo, ibang klase.
They forgot about Kenneth Igalo.
Totally forgot about Kenneth. He just had that entire lane for himself.
4 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. And Kenneth Igalo, he could have walked and nobody would have touched him. 87-44. We're just waiting for the final score. They still have 4 minutes and 43 seconds remaining.
Re-entering the game is from Barangay San Isidro, Kai Oliva.
Oliva has returned. And Lenore, as we mentioned, hindi pa siya nakakalaro. Ngayon, binigyan siya ng opportunity dito ni Coach Cholo Villanueva. Formento has also returned.
Pati si VJ, no?
Alabanza nearly made a mess of that. Monhe misses the corner 3. Oliva directing traffic. Lenore. The handoff to Alarcon. VJ unable to score. Rebound, Alabanza. Formento, the spin. Trying to go glass that time. Alarcon secures the rebound. Under 4 minutes remaining. It's 87-44. Alarcon. And Alabanza goes down in pain.
He got hit on that drive. And kanina prior to that, Coach Cholo was actually signaling a play. VJ didn't see it. And VJ drove and tried to look for that corner kick. And Coach Cholo really just nodded. And to me, that's understanding na meron tayong mga philosophies of play. Sinunod lang ni VJ rin kahit na hindi nasunod yung play. He most probably will get subbed.
Oo. Natamaan sa tuhod. Bangga. Bangga sa tuhod yung kanyang
Kanan.
Yeah, kanan na paa.
Doon sa pagka-drive ni VJ.
Is it a mandatory sub though?
It should. He was there for quite a while.
No, hindi. 3:43 remaining. Oliva pressuring Formento still. That's a foul. Looked like it was Formento warding off.
And Oliva was on his grill. Talagang tinapatan eh. He stayed in front of John Formento.
That's Formento at the line. That's the first one to drop. And delivered 26 points against Pasay. 10 of 20 shooting. Mula kay John Formento. Goes 2 for 2. In this ball game, Formento only with 4 points.
Those are his first 2 points here in the second half.
Oo. Some pressure here galing sa Valenzuela. Castillo to Alabanza. Salem now with Formento. Forced that one and he puts it in off the glass.
Still a better scoring here for...
And all of a sudden, some urgency from Valenzuela.
That's right. Nice fake.
Oliva unable to finish. Lunor blocked by Alabanza. The pitch ahead to Jesalem. Castillo scores.
4 quick ones para dito sa Val City.
87-50. Oliva launches the three. It's good.
Sure looked like he was waiting for that moment na walang bumantay sa kanya. Titirahan niya talaga yun.
90-50. Final 2 minutes. That's a foul on Jexter Apinan. Batangas nasa penalty na.
Their lowest output in a game for Valenzuela was against Quezon. They had 55. Or they lost by 20.
Now they're at 51 now. As Alabanza misses the second. Hinihintay na lang yung final buzzer dito. Alarcon has to take a crack at this. The turnaround is good.
Ganda naman ng pagkaka-spin nun. A half moon spin. Going back to the middle for that sweet finish up top.
Alabanza against Lunor. Salem from the corner. Short on the three. Apinan. Lead is at 41. Arim will check in. Oliva. Palpal pa siya doon, and Formento will miss the layup. Lunor blocked by Alabanza. Alabanza 2 points. Arim returns. Panya Mogan, 36.3 seconds remaining. This is the Gixxer. Great move of the game, born for greatness.
Ganda ng spin na yun. Left the defense backpedaling for making that shot.
Arim puts up a shot. This is a three-pointer from Alabanza, and he hits. At least they surpassed their lowest output of the season. Pero they will drop to 4-13. Batangas will improve to 9-7 for the season. A tough three-game stretch ahead para kay Coach Cholo Villanueva and the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters, but they take care of business here tonight sa kanilang bahay sa Batangas City Coliseum. The Rum Masters prevail 92-56. Levi Hernandez, it did not take him a lot of time to heat up.
Yeah.
He is the best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. They pulled away early. The Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters, thanks to this guy right here. Ito si Levi Hernandez, who finishes with 17 points and 5 rebounds, 3 of 4 shooting from beyond the arc. Ang ating final score, 92-56. Another win for Batangas City. Let's go to Mika Abisames.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Levi. Balik kumpiyansa, no? Buong team. Kahit ikaw simula pa lang, talagang nag-init ka na. Lumabas agad ang mga tres mo, Levi.
Yun nga, dahil sa extra shooting ko, yan, lumabas din sa game.
Siguro lahat kayo, ang dami nyong extrang ginawa, no? This past weeks kasi nga, naging gano'n ang sitwasyon nyo. Pero ang susunod na kalaban nyo, Binyan, no? Siguradong matinding paghahanda na naman yan.
Kaya, yun nga, sabi nga ni Coach, kailangan namin manalo ngayon para sa next game namin, makuha namin yung momentum against Binyan. So, kailangan trabahuin pa namin sa practice and apply lang namin sa game.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko, misis ko, nanonood sa bahay, baby ko, si Sia, si Kim, yung mga yaya niya, si Ninya, si Lynn, mama at papa ko, mga kapatid ko, Hernandez family, Miranda family, lahat ng Batangas na suporta sa amin. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
Maraming salamat. Once again, Levi Hernandez is the best player of this game and he's brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Si Duff and Coach Mike.
Congratulations kay Levi Hernandez and the rest of Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters winning over Valenzuela. Bukas sa Brenzy Giao Convention Center tayo in San Fernando, Pampanga. Quezon takes on Bulacan in the first game. Parañaque against Basilan in the second game. And in the main game, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns battle the Binyan Tatak Gel in a crucial game between contenders in the North and South Division. So, abangan nyo yan bukas sa San Fernando, Pampanga. For my partner, Mike Perez, our courtside reporter, Mika Abisamis, and for all the men and women making up our crew here, ito po si Sidav Tupa saying thank you and good night from Batangas City.